Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world. Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
We have a great show lineup for you. We're going to kick things off with Dr. Adam Cayot from Peterson Smith, and he is going to be talking about OCDs. We also have Jackson Wagner back in the studio with us. Yeah, he has competed for the USA in mounted games and is definitely top in that sport. And he's crossed the pond and competed in Ireland and has some exciting updates about his trip and all of that, and how he actually ended up going over there with a little bit of a tourist edge as well. And if you don't know what mounted games are, we're going to kick it off with that. Then in the second half of the show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
You are so well trained. We have Becky Jenkins from Grateful Gallops, and she's actually going to talk about something that I had never seen before. I now have a little more knowledge about it, and that is cupping for horses and the benefits of it. And
You
actually
scared me for a second. I didn't know where we were going.
Where we were going. Cupping. Very interesting, very beneficial for your horse. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to switch gears a little bit and take it to Dana Lynn Sapp, to actually an interview that we did last year with her. And this past weekend, over the holiday weekend, she literally kicked butt and took names, as you probably saw at the beginning of the show there, and on several different horses. And she is only 9 years old, so we're going to replay that for you. And then, of course, we'll close it out with some usual tips from some of our top experts and some important event mentions as well in the horse world around the horse capital. But first of all, here is Dr. Adam Cayot on OCDs. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and for our Chambers Equine Initiative here at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. And Dr. Cayot and I chose air conditioning today for our backdrop. Yep. Smart move, Dr. Cayot. That was actually his idea. He's the smarter one. You know, he's the one with the title doctor.
Been out here, been working out in the heat all day long. I don't need to do it anymore.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. So let's talk about OCD, and not the type of OCD that I have.
Yeah, right.
We're going to talk about equine OCD.
So osteochondral dissecans. It's a abnormality found in bone development, where the cartilage in bone doesn't form properly. So the calcified part of the bone is not made properly. So you have this spongy area of bone, and it's more cartilaginous than bony. You know, typically it's seen in, you notice it in younger horses. It's a developmental disease, not necessarily an athletic injury kind of problem. So it's a developmental disease.
Are there signs that make it evident at that younger age?
Well, sometimes there can be signs. Sometimes you can have joint effusion that, wouldn't normally be there. So swelling in the joint, extra fluid in the joint, that can be an indicator. Another common thing that you see is an unexplained lameness that doesn't really go away in a younger horse. That can be one of the first things that you think about.
Is there kind of an age bracket that it tends to be noticed in?
You're probably going to notice it around a year or so when they start training, because that sometimes when the stressing of training hits them, then the clinical manifestation of the lameness, you can see it at that point. Okay. Sometimes other horses before that are lame, but they might not be until they're asked to do more. That's kind of your signal. There certainly seems to be a genetic component to it. It's typically seen in the horses that tend to grow really fast, bigger horses, fast-growing horses, you tend to see it more in. You certainly see it in common areas, hocks, stifles, sometimes in the ankles, but most commonly in the hocks and stifles is where you see it. Generally, it's not necessarily a really bad thing to have. I mean, it's generally pretty easily managed with surgical intervention. We've gotten really good at taking care of that stuff now. And once you...
And you diagnose it by...
The diagnosis is via x-ray.
Okay.
Yep.
So x-ray will clearly show that's what the problem is.
X-ray will definitely show the issue. So you can have two types where you have like fragments that have come off the edge of the bone, or you have a cyst. We call a cyst, where the bone hasn't developed and you basically have this spongy hole in the bone. And those are diagnosed radiographically as well. The ones that have basically come off the edge of the joint, that have flaked off there, it's pretty easy. You just go in, you take the flakes out, you curettage the area where the defect is, and then let the body do its magic and heal itself. The horse, along with some medications, we generally put them on Equine or something like that. The other ones that tend to be a little bit more tricky are the cysts, and those are typically found in your stifles or your fetlocks. And sometimes horses will have a cyst and it won't manifest clinically at all. They won't have any lameness. Other times there's a cyst there and it is actually causing lameness. We don't know exactly why. Sometimes they cause a lameness and sometimes they don't. Certainly there's a component of how much of the cyst is communicating with the joint, meaning, so you have the edge of the bone. If the cyst is right on the edge of the bone as opposed to in the middle of the bone, for lack of a better description, then the one that's closer to the joint itself or the edge of the bone tends to be more clinically significant, meaning those are the ones that you tend to see the lameness in. Whereas you might have, it looks like a bullet hole right through a bone, and that horse a lot of times won't be lame at all. And interestingly enough, we don't see those types of bones, even though they haven't fully developed, they don't seem to be more apt to fracture or anything like that. It's kind of interesting, which you would think, well, it's got this hole and, it hasn't fully developed, what's going on there. But it doesn't seem to correlate one way or the other. The cysts, they typically can inject them with steroid, surgically inject them with steroid. Sometimes they'll run screws through them, put screws through them to stimulate bone formation. And that's the idea. Generally, it's, like I said, it tends to be in the big, growthier horses. And certainly seen more often if you're trying to push the horse to grow faster and that sort of thing.
Trying to kind of accelerate the process.
Exactly. You want to try to be careful with how much you're feeding them and how much you're pushing them as their growth rate when they're youngsters. So that's when we tend to see it, and you don't want them necessarily growing super fast because, like I said, we tend to see it more in those horses that have done that.
So assuming a successful surgery is a long recovery period?
Several months. It's not long, but,
So really, if you hurry things up and you over-accelerate the process, you actually might just set yourself back months.
That's the way it is with everything, right? Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't rush it.
Don't rush it. Exactly. Which is hard in the business that we're in, but sometimes indeed. Time doesn't fit nice, and they don't fit inside the nice box of sales times or futurities or
the book.
Whatever.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, that's the way it works out sometimes.
Thank you, Dr. Adam Cayot, here at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Dr. Adam Cayot, talking about OCDs. Have you had any experience with that?
No, ma'am.
Oh, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I'm really messy. Oh, you're talking about the lesions.
I know. Anytime anyone talks about OCD, I always want to go there.
That's what I always think.
I know, right? It's actually quite common in the thoroughbred racing world, as Dr. Cayot mentioned, and that is something that they do deal with quite a lot with the younger horses, and something that I heard quite a lot about just being around the sales and things. In the thoroughbred world. So definitely something that needs to be addressed, and your veterinarian be contacted if you have any concerns. And Dr. Cayot is a wonderful resource for all sorts of information. We are both fiddlers, and so now we have cups for cupping, so we're fiddling with them. We've got to go to break. When we get back, we will have Jackson Wagner with us. We haven't had him on the show for a little bit, so it'll be great to talk about surmounted games and surmounted games across the pond. So stay with us. We'll be right back. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Hello, I'm Pat Myers, owner of Pat Myers Electric, a family-owned and operated business. My wife Sarah and I are horse owners ourselves and know what matters most to a farm owner, with the safety of their horses being of utmost importance to us. Pat Myers Electric can light up your arena and make sure your horse's barn is safe and protected. Pat Myers Electric is the horseman's choice. Discover more at patmyerselectric.com.
Veteran-owned Wide Automotive, that's WEIDE, is a beacon of automotive excellence in Ocala. Founded on integrity and expertise with unwavering dedication in all operations, we seek to forge lasting relationships with our clients. Whether you have one vehicle or a fleet, we pledge our best effort in quality service. From repairs, diagnostics, tire repair and replacement, diesel engine work, horse trailers, car batteries, wheel alignments, fuel systems, and more. Discover more at wideautomotive.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second segment of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And who are you?
I'm Jackson Wagner.
Jackson Wagner is a top competitor in the world of mounted games and has represented the United States of America in that sport. And what a great fun sport it is. I've actually done it and love it and would like to go back and do it again.
So is Pete.
Especially, oh, that's right, you did, didn't you?
Pete probably doesn't want to do it again.
I do. I loved it. It was such a blast. It was so fun. I'm not saying I was good at it, but really,
I
really
want
fun.
everything to slow down, though, so I can learn how to do it.
We can do that.
He likes to do everything methodically.
We threw Pete into the deep water.
Yeah, threw him straight in.
Talking about the deep water, so tell us what it mounted games is.
Yes.
Mounted games is a team relay horse sport, I'd say, but there's lots of obstacles and lots of changeovers and handoffs. So when you're on it, you're physically interacting with the other riders and horses. It's not like you go to a jumper show, everybody jumps one or you're out there racing against your opponents in real time.
You're in it to win it.
Whoever crosses the finish line first wins. And like a relay race, you're handing off, you're galloping past your teammates. And I just love it so much. You're on the horse and you're with your friends and your horse has their friends there. It's like you're all part of a herd. And it's just a ton of fun. I can't put into words how much fun it is.
It is a good time. It's a blast. I had a lovely time.
It is a great spectator sport. I would love if there's more spectators. Every time we do a show, it's free to come watch, and we invite everybody to come.
So tell us what some of the races are. Like, I know there's one that's sort of like jousting. There's one with flags.
So we always start with pole bending. So that's kind of comes from Western rodeo. We'll do pole bending with a baton, and we'll hand off the baton. Everybody does it. And there's jousting, where you joust down your target, hand off your jousting lance. There's games with swords. You're getting the rings. That's kind of a Spanish trick. There's games where you get on and off the horse while they're moving. You're jumping on.
You do that very well.
And
it's
off
quite
at the
impressive.
gallop. Yeah, it's a skill that takes some time.
You look like Pony Express when you...
Yeah. Well, when Pete came to play, we were running low on horses, so we were all sharing Pete's horse, jumping on and off the same horse. Typically, we don't do that.
And then right here, the video we're watching, you're moving a can from one pole to the next.
Yeah, so that game is very much about the pattern and how well your horse understands what comes next. I think someone told me, the most important thing to a horse is balance. So with this sport, you're hardly ever balanced. So your horse has to really know what it's doing, because you're not always giving him the best input. So they eventually learn the games, and most of them can do it themselves.
Without you.
Yeah.
That's what I experienced.
Yeah.
My horse took off, and I was like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to do? And he was like looking at me like, dude, you're supposed to throw that in the bucket there, and then we go by it.
If they could talk.
Yeah,
If they could talk, he probably would have said to Pete, do you want me to do that for you?
Yeah.
I know the routine.
And
That's hilarious. I love that. You're right. They do. They know it. The veterans of the sport, they know.
They really do. We've got some real veteran horses out there. I think
You do.
the Mounted Games was made for the horse that's not, the fancy, perfectly conformed show horse. It's for the pony that's not going to jump, and it's not going to win the dressage final. It's not going to be a hunter. But it's
going to have a lot of fun doing the
It
game.
is.
And where's the history of this? Where did this start?
The Mounted Games was started by Prince Philip in Great Britain, because for that reason, he wanted the less wealthy children to to be able to compete at something, to go out there and give it their best shot. So that's
And it
that's where
makes
it
a horse
started.
or pony have to be quite versatile as well, and
Yes, it does.
think outside the box a little bit, because it isn't same old. It is a little different, and like you said, it's not entirely balanced all the time. Sometimes you're hanging off the side of your saddle, and the
Picking
horse
up balls out of a
Yeah, or
that.
things
off the ground.
And there's no monotony. These horses don't get bored doing it, because it's a different game each time. We have over 30 games that will rotate throughout the course of a competition, and rarely playing the same game more than twice. And so it always gives the horse something new to think about. And you'll see them, if they really take to the sport, then they'll start getting excited for certain games and understanding. The horses have favorite games.
Yeah, Jackson told me mine. Oh, got the hockey stick. Get ready, Pete. He's going to take off. He knows this
Now,
game.
switching gears a little bit, I've got to mention a chap, Peter McCarthy, right?
Yes. So
Irish fellow.
Yes, an Irish fellow. This is Peter McCarthy on the screen here. We hosted him in Ocala. He is a world-renowned games player, but he's also a great teacher. And he comes to America a couple times a year, and he puts on these wonderful clinics. And he came to Ocala in March of this year, and he put on an amazing clinic. And it was his first time in Ocala. And we showed him around Ocala, and he just fell in love. He thought Ocala was so great. He loved that there was a horse farm everywhere you looked. And, we took him to WEC and did all the Ocala things, and he just really loved it. And he invited me and some of the other American Games players to come over to Ireland and to compete there and ride some of their horses.
That is so cool.
I think.
And you did a little bit of touristy stuff as
Yes,
well.
I did some touristy
So
things.
before we get to the part about what you did over there competing, let's talk a little bit about your touristy stuff, because you got to see some of Ireland.
Yes, and some of England, where you're from.
That's right. Did you like it?
I loved England very much.
Was that your first time there?
It was my first time. It was just so much
Kind
fun.
of cool. I know, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Did you drive?
No, I didn't drive.
Smart.
Yeah, I didn't want to drive on
That's the most fun part.
Yeah. You
Oh
like
yeah, I
driving
love
over
it.
there?
I
The
didn't
little
my
tiny roads?
I didn't my first time back. I was let's not talk
Just
about
combobulated.
how yes, let's not talk about how my butt cheeks were.
Well, you get back and you're like, well, everybody here's driving wrong.
I know.
You're walking on the wrong side of the road.
It's true. It's true, but that's the fun part. Once you get it down, it's really fun. It's like you feel like a Formula One or NASCAR driver the whole time. It's kind of crazy. But tell us about some of your touristy things, because you got to see some pretty places.
Yeah, we sure did. In England, we were in the north of England. I visited York. I wanted to go to North Yorkshire because I have family roots there, and went and visited a castle that we believe was in my family line, and it was very cool. That's not it.
What's that?
That's
If you're on the radio, we're looking at stuff.
Yeah, that's St. Patrick's Cathedral in Dublin, but that was very beautiful.
Oh, I went to, that's right, I went to Dublin with the CEP. And
Did you?
yes, and we saw it was gorgeous.
What did you guys do there?
We have a sister city there.
You do?
Yeah, Kildare County is our
really?
sister city. They have a sign that says Ocala Way up there.
Getting back to what you experienced, please.
It was great in England, and then popped over to Ireland for the competition, and then did some touristy things in Ireland, the Kerry Cliffs.
Kiss the Blarney Stone?
I did not kiss the Blarney Stone. I did drive past Blarney Castle. I thought I might pass on kissing the stone. I already have the gift of the gab, so.
My mom swears it was the second time I kissed
Now
it.
look, if you're watching, not just listening, some of the scenery is off the charts.
Ireland, and we had such great weather. Yeah, I know you were there at the same time, Louisa. We did not expect to get sunburned while we were in England and Ireland.
It was 104 degrees Fahrenheit for like 3 days that I was there, and I was like, what? People kept saying, it's 40, and I'm like, wow, it feels like 100, and then I realized they were talking about Celsius.
Yeah. Louisa and I brought the Florida weather with us.
We did, didn't we? It was warm and toasty, and most people don't have air conditioning.
No, they don't. I didn't see any air conditioning.
I didn't either. So it was a good time though.
It was good.
I'm glad you got to do some touristy things.
Yes, and I'm glad we had beautiful weather while we were there.
Yeah, it was nice. I know, because everyone says, well, the food is disgusting and the weather's always gross. And I'm like, the food is delicious and the weather was beautiful.
The food in England was amazing. I was very worried.
It's off the charts, isn't it?
I'm better than Ireland also.
Ooh.
Whoops.
We'll be back with more mounted games in just a minute. Stay with us. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen. With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of north central Florida. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this emotionally delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most. For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
I'm Jackson Wagner.
You do that quite well.
Thank you. Have me on more often.
I wish think we could. It's always fun. So you went across the pond. We were talking about mounted games, how fun it is, how it originated in across the pond, and how Peter McCarthy, who was here in Ocala for the clinic, turned out to be an absolutely wonderful chap and invited you to come over to Ireland and to check out doing mounted games there.
Yeah.
And they kicked your butt?
They did kick our butt. Yeah. But I mean, they tried to help us. You know, they gave us some really good ponies. Only so much we could do against the Irish World Championship team.
So they're good.
They're really good.
Really good.
Did you ever play the sport where you took one American, one Irish?
So they
frown against that?
No, actually. So we took, 10 American riders. There were 6 of us, open adult riders, and 4 under 18 riders. And this was the Cork Summer Show, which I believe it was the 200th or 201st running Cork Summer Show, almost as old as America. Kind of their county fair that they do every year. And the past, few years they've been doing games competition in the middle, and people gather around and watch, and it's a very fun show. It's really a local Irish thing, But Peter invited us and supplied us with ponies. But the first day, a lot of the under 18 kids were absent. They were off doing pony club things. And so they ran for the under 18 kids that were there a competition of pairs. And they paired up Irish and American riders. And that was...
Now, I saw somewhere in there you were the flag. You had the American flag.
Yes, I did. We had a team of Americans, a full Team America, and, carried the flag. So that was great.
That's really cool.
But yes, they did mix it up with Irish, and we actually had a Kiwi on our team. There's a girl from New Zealand who happened to be in Ireland, and we recruited her to our team. So it was all Americans and 1 Kiwi.
How'd she do?
She was great. She's amazing. But she suited up for America. So
that's nice. Yeah. So what sort of ponies did they lend you? Were they all similar breed or a mix?
No, it was all over the place. Hey, mine there, you can see on the screen, she was kind of drafty. She had something. And then the one right next to her is an off-the-track Irish thoroughbred. Wouldn't believe it. She's about 14 too.
Nice.
And then I think that's kind of an Arab cross there. So all different manner of ponies. Yeah, they had lots. I mean, everything there. So at the Cork Summer Show, they're doing, high-level dressage and low-level jumpers and pony in hand classes, and you could see every different kind of horse there. It's kind of amazing what they have over there. It's kind of like Ocala.
Did they have Dale's ponies there?
I didn't see a Dale's pony, but my eye isn't tuned to Dale's ponies.
Yeah, there could have been. You don't see enough of them though. They actually, I think a Dale's pony would be very good at mounted games. I'm sure they've done it. But I think they're small, compact, and tough. I feel like Dale's ponies would be a good mounted games pony. It's just a thought.
Yeah, well, you've got the connections then.
That's right. So tell us, so you went to England, you visited England, then you went to Ireland, and then you came back to America from Ireland. So you kind of got to visit both places.
Yes.
And did you compete? You didn't compete in England, though?
No, we just went for a couple days for pleasure.
Just for fun on the way.
Yeah.
And then popped over to Ireland and had their wonderful hospitality, and they are wonderful people.
So hospitable. I mean, they were so happy to have us. When the organizer, she said she was so glad to have new faces. They were all tired of looking at each other. They wanted new people to look at. So
That's really neat.
They were so welcoming and gave us such good horses.
And do you feel like the sport was very similar to how it is here? Was it similar games? Was it similar? And why do you think that they were so good?
So, games is governed by an international governing body. So there is a standardized set of games and things. But having
house rules, they didn't have any house.
No, they didn't. We have some house rules here in America sometimes, but no, there was nothing too spectacular over there. But have the sport having started in England and obviously being very close to Ireland, England and Ireland, I think, have the most world championship wins in games, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely England. But Ireland has a very good team. England and Wales are known for having really good teams. So I think the sport's a little, Ireland is such a small country, but they have, about the same size games riders as we do.
Wow.
So it is very popular over there, more so than here.
Did you find that you learned anything from them?
Absolutely. I mean,
What would you say some key things were that you really kind of picked up on that maybe you wouldn't have here?
they're much quieter over there.
Are they?
Yeah.
Americans are a little bit more
yeah,
yahoo.
I mean, Pete, Dancing Pete, he knows. He's come out to our shows here at the Florida Horse Park and sees how loud we are, and we're all yelling and cheering and screaming, and they don't.
The English only do that for football.
Yeah, they don't do a whole lot of that in Ireland.
So not as vocal.
No, not unless you make a mistake.
Oh,
yeah, then
what
they're
happens
vocal.
then?
Then they're really vocal.
Are they?
Yes.
Do you get booed?
You won't get booed, but you'll know that you've made a mistake.
That's so funny. So just a different experience.
Yeah, they're a little more stoic about it, but they're very focused when they play. You know, it's a very serious sport for them. Up on the screen there, that's Peter giving a clinic here in Ocala. Like I said earlier, Peter came and gave clinics here, and he loved it so much here, he invited us all over to Ireland. So
I think that's so neat that he got to see Ocala, and then he wanted you to see. And what part of Ireland? Yeah, I know you obviously went through Dublin. We saw that, but what part of Ireland was his farm in? Close to. So
Peter lives in County Kildare, where you visited.
Oh my gosh!
But
he lives in our sister city then.
Kildare. And so they brought a team down from Kildare to compete at the Cork Summer Show. But Cork is in the south, on the coast, kind of. So we had riders, lots of riders from Cork, Kildare, riders all the way up from Northern Ireland, and yeah.
So how many competitors were there? Do you know?
Oh my goodness,
there
was quite a few at the show. It was kind of a small area we had to play in, but we filled it up. We had as many as we could.
So did
fit
you
in there.
invite the team to come down?
Yeah, we told everybody
you
that.
got to come to America.
Yeah,
now.
we would love. You know, I think America is the least popular destination for mountain games. You know, people travel. You know, I've been to Australia and New Zealand and Italy, and lots of people. There's a few international competitions in France every year. People will go over to England and stuff, but not a lot of people come here to America for games.
We need to fix that.
Yeah, I think maybe
we need to work on that.
Yeah,
we'll work with our sister city and our visitors bureau.
Yeah, so
to get them here.
We gave them a warm invite to come ride here in America, and especially Ocala. So we've got plenty of ponies here. How many? 70,000?
We have 80,000 horses in Marion County. I don't know how many of them are suitable for mounted games, but I'm quite sure that we can take care of it.
Any pony is suitable for mounted games.
That's right. You're right. You're right. Why don't we do this? I think we should come up with a plan to get them over here especially from the sister city, if there's a team there. That would be that would be a win-win. Pete's got a goodie bag for you there.
A goodie bag.
To your right. From Piranha.
Oh, it's Piranha.
Yes.
Well, they changed their logo. Oh no, that's the back of the bag.
That's their Adeptus logo. Yeah, it's the Piranha.
What's the funnel?
Goodies.
What are we gonna do with the funnel?
So you can fill up your
my fly spray and
fly
not get it on me.
Hey, how do people follow you, find you, and come to mounted games practice on Sundays?
So Old Pear Tree Farm, we have games practice every Sunday. Right now we're doing it at 6 o'clock to beat the heat. But Old Pear Tree Farm off Northwest 90th Avenue, about 10 minutes from WEC.
I think I'm due
6
for a visit.
a.m. or 6 p.m.?
6 p.m.
Okay.
Now I'm interested.
Yes, not 6
2
a.m.
p.m. I wasn't
Don't show up at 6 a.m.
No. Jackson, thanks for being with us. Thanks for sharing your across the pond experiences. I love it all.
Thank you for having me.
It's lovely to have you back. Don't be a stranger. We'll be back after this with Becky Jenkins from Grateful Gallop. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Pat Myers, owner of Pat Myers Electric, a family-owned and operated business founded on both trust and integrity. From new installations to repairs and emergencies, Pat Myers Electric's team of professionals can handle it all. Pat Myers Electric, for all your current needs. Discover more at patmyerselectric.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus. Buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
I'm Becky Jenkins.
Well done.
We got some regulars.
We do. Yes. Becky is with Grateful Gallops, and if you've been following Flynn's progress with his hock, she has been cold lasering his hock now for several months, several times a week, and we've had very, very good results. We're very excited. And she just got to try the cold laser on his terribly swollen neck because he finds a way to scratch himself to death, doesn't he?
Yes.
This is a horse that is allergic to Florida and likes to rub himself, as you can see, on anything he can possibly find. And the area of just below his mane, he managed to probably get stung by something and then scratch it till all the skin was missing. And then running down his shoulder was an area that was hugely swollen from that, and you were able to run the cold laser over that, and this morning it looks quite nice.
Good.
So thank you for that. Cold laser is very effective. But I asked Becky what's cupping, because she said she does cupping, and I've never seen it or heard of it. So
Solo
do tell.
cup?
Not a solo cup. I mean, we could break out the solo cups, but I don't think the horses would benefit from that. So just like with humans, we have cupping that we can do on horses as well as dogs. They have different types of cups. I particularly like the silicone ones because if a horse or a dog twitches, it'll lose the suction and then it'll come off. That way, if it falls to the ground or they step on it, it doesn't break or hurt them in any way because it's silicone. And it's the same thing that you do for a human. 60% of a horse is made up of muscle. That's a lot of area that can be tight and tense. And horses anticipate pain. If they've got a chronic issue, then they're already anticipating it's going to hurt when they move this way or when they move that way. So my goal is to get in there and work out all of these kinks as best I can. And I do direct pressure, I do cold laser, I do cryotherapy, I do all of these things. But this particular tool in my toolbox goes to a specific spot. So if you've got a knot on the neck or on their hind end that just will not go away, and they've been overcompensating for so long that it's a knee-jerk reaction to everything that's happening to it, I can go in there with this, create a suction, and it pulls all this blood and oxygen in there to get the toxins out, to get good oxygen in that's going to help to promote the healing. And this is, if you need to use this for a horse, I highly recommend it. But it's something that can hurt them as well. So you have to be very careful. A lot of people, when you talk about cupping, they think of the sports arena and with Michael Phelps from the Olympics when he was doing the swimming and everybody saw the bruising all over his back. Well, we can't see that on a horse or a dog because of the hair. So if we leave them on for too long, we can actually cause more pain and damage to them than not. And we never want to leave it on for any extended amount of time. We have to be able to read the horse, understand what they're feeling, and break that off and let them heal. They're going to be sore probably for a day or two after they've had the cupping in that particular area. So if you've got a horse that's doing the games, as our previous guest did on the show, you wouldn't want to do this and then have them go out and start competing either that day or the next day. You want to give them a little bit of time to let their muscles recover from it. But all you do, so for me, you can use ultrasound gel, which is non-toxic, and you can do that to create the suction. But I use a soap that we have here in Ocala, and it's liquid, and I just put it on.
I like that brand. That's Kirk's, right?
Kirk's, yes.
They make a bar.
They do the bar as well,
Yeah,
but I
Kirk's,
do the
nice
liquid
brand.
one, yes. And it's safe to the animals, so that's why I enjoy doing it. And I just lather up a little area. I make sure that this part of the lip on the cup is done. I put it on there, and I create a suction. And then if they're twitching and moving around, the cup moves with them. But then it's easy to break that suction. So if I notice that they're starting to twitch because it's getting to be too painful, I can just reach in there and do it. But I do have some horses that I've put it on, they've got terrible, terrible knots throughout all three of the muscle groups in their neck. And they'll go to twitch from a fly and it'll go shooting across the room. So then I'll go back and I have to determine, was it because of an outside source or is it painful to them? So then I will see what's going on and then reapply it. And usually I start with about 30 seconds max.
Now I noticed that so this is an area that Flynn was obviously very swollen, and he was chewing and licking and enjoying that. And you can see that if you're watching as well as listening, you can see the soaping up that she's doing, that Becky's doing, and then you've got two of them on there at the same time. I like how you're like rubbing around as well, like
yes.
massaging, keeping everything moving. And then afterwards, I noticed when you took them off, the area that was very tight and kind of hard had actually softened up, and you were able to kind of push on it a little bit, and,
yes.
it moved. It was more pliable than it was before.
Yes. So with doing the cupping, it would be used after a massage. You want the muscles to be warm. It's just like if you're going to stretch a horse, you want to make sure that the muscles are warmed up. You don't want to, I wouldn't walk up to you and just start stretching you. That could be really dangerous to your body, you know. So with this, I make sure that the muscles are warmed up, but then while I'm doing it, I'm feeling around to see if I'm noticing, is it pulling here? You know, is it tightening up here? Am I getting some response that I don't necessarily want? Or am I getting a good response? And then when I take it off, I want to see, did it soften up? Which it should be softening up, especially after they've had direct pressure like this on them. And as it's softening up, I can go ahead and start to massage in that area again to get those toxins to start to expel out.
And you mentioned dogs, but you can
Yes.
also do smaller horses as well.
Yes, yes, I got to play with. So I am a sucker for a Palomino. My horse that I used for the mounted unit here and for all my fun stuff when I first moved here was a Palomino, and I'm a sucker when I see a Palomino face. So
And a mini.
and a mini on top of it. Yes, yes.
So they're not too big for a tiny little dog-sized miniature either.
No, no.
I love that. That's phenomenal.
Yes.
I want to mention something that I have mentioned many times on the show in the last couple of months, is how many different services that Becky actually offers, and that she is mobile to come to your farm, and that you do get 50% off if you mention the Horse Talk show on your first visit. She will come out and do any service for you for 50% off. So that's priceless. Becky, you are incredible.
Yes.
Thank you for teaching me about cupping.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that on Flynn. Very impressive. And we are going to now cut to a little bit more information about Becky. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Becky Jenkins from Grateful Gallops. As a veteran, I understand the importance of holistic approaches to support pain relief, mobility, range of motion, and overall wellness. I offer mobile wellness services for you, your horse, and your dog, including cryotherapy and Beamer. For equines and canines, I also provide muscle scraping, massage, stretching, cold laser, red light therapy, cupping, craniosacral release, and other energy-based modalities. As an equestrian myself, I know how important a comfortable, relaxed horse is to performance and well-being. I come to you. I provide relief, promote healing, and would love to be part of your wellness journey with your 2, 3, or 4-legged family members. Learn more at GratefulGallops.com or follow Grateful Gallops on social media. And don't forget to mention the Horse Talk Show ad for 50% off your first service.
Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at seminolefeed.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho ho ho's finest. Alfalfa.
I don't have time to tell you all the details, so I'll save them for the next segment. But Dana Lynn Sapp is incredible, and she cleaned up winning all sorts of ribbons in the under 16 group this past weekend. And she's 9, and she cleaned up big time on multiple different horses. And so I want to go back to an interview that we did last year with her so you can learn a little bit more about her, and then I'll tell you some more in the next segment. Dana Lynn, I'm so happy to see you today and have a chance to talk to you.
I'm so happy to see you too.
Thank you. So let's start off with, how old were you when you started riding?
I was 3 years old and I started with Jake, walk, trot, double, and a sticky bareback pad.
In a sticky bareback pad?
It was sticky and all hairy.
And what kind of horse is Jake?
He's a quarter horse.
Wow. So was that really exciting? That's how you learnt your first few rides?
Yes, I did.
Yes. So after Jake, Did you move on to any other ponies?
Well, I did move on to my 2 cute Welsh ponies, Tucker and Jacques. I got Tucker a few months before Jacques.
And what did you like about the Welsh ponies?
I like how they can jump. I know Jake can launch over
So
the
you
jump.
like to jump?
Yep, I like to jump bareback, with a saddle, with a bareback pad. I do everything.
So you're very brave.
Yep.
Wow, it's amazing. Really incredible. And you're how old?
8.
8 years old. And you're doing all of this already with horses.
Yes.
So you're homeschooled.
Yes, I am.
So you get to do school at home and work with the horses.
Yep.
Do you manage to keep good grades as well as doing all the things you do with horses?
Well, most of the time.
That's good. That's very good. So tell us a little bit about Briarfest. Briarfest is a big deal, and your family has 2 Briar horses.
Yep. We keep them right over there next to our house in the front. You must have seen their pasture. And Jake, he was in Briarfest too.
Oh, really?
Yep. He came around, like when they were talking about Mooney and Cobra. I trotted all around, like Mom didn't ask me to, but I trotted around and high-fived everyone on the bottom row.
Was that your favorite part?
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite. Mom didn't even tell me to.
Did you put glitter on him?
Yep.
Oh, I
and
thought
I put
so.
it on me, too.
Did you?
Yep.
I bet that was a great experience for you.
Yep, it was.
So have you decided at 8 years of age what you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a veterinarian and a world-famous dressage and jumping.
So you might have told me that your goal is to go to the Olympics. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 times. When? Each time.
So you want to go 4 times. You don't just want to go to the Olympics 4 times. You want to go to the Olympics 4 times and win 4 times.
Win.
Twice in jumping
Yep.
and twice in dressage.
Yep.
Wow.
I want all the trophies right there in the living room.
Do you have a favorite trophy?
The one that I won in the Hobby Horse Show with you.
The Hobby Horse Equestrian Games trophy is your favorite.
Yep. That's the only trophy I have.
Oh, is that right? But you've got lots of ribbons.
Oh yeah. If you were to walk in, I have all my blue ribbons right on the big wood piece in our living room on top of the fireplace.
So you've got some big goals.
Yep.
Really?
Big goals.
Big goals. That's incredible.
I do have a goal that I already achieved that I want to show you in the round pen.
Okay. Can you tell me about that?
Well, it's kind of a surprise.
Oh, okay. So I have to wait and see?
I can tell you one thing, though.
Okay.
You might think I'm crazy when I do it.
Okay. So somebody told me that you might like Liberty training. Is that right?
I do a lot of Liberty. I do it almost every day.
Can you tell us what that is?
Liberty is when you have a space, like it can be an open space if the horse is trained, or it can be a big arena or a round pen. You can teach them to go around, go to a place, which is the pedestal, and ask them to like turn around and whirl over each other like this. And
so you're working them on the ground and they're kind of free to do what they want, but because you have worked with them and are connected well with them, they do what you lead them to do.
Yep. You can also, in the round pen, you can control another one when you're on a horse. I've actually done that with Tucker and Jacques. I've controlled Tucker, but Tucker doesn't really like it. He wants to be the control horse instead.
So what's your favorite riding? Is your favorite jumping?
I like dressage. It's kind of like you can do it every day, but jumping, I normally give them days off because it can be bad for their joints if you jump them every day.
So you give them some rest in between?
Yep. We give them like 2 days, 3 days off.
So what about being around the farm? Do you have lots of tasks and work to do as well?
Yep, I have doing my hedgehog, my bunny, my chickens, my lizard. I do all kinds of stuff. I used to have my fish, but one of them jumped out, and then the other one just collapsed when I was taking it out.
Oh, but you love your chickens.
Yeah, I love them. That's the most things I ever have. They're just hanging out. You know, one of them came over and saw you. That was Curiosity.
Yeah, it was interesting, huh?
I named that one because it was really curious.
Oh, really? What's that one's name?
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
I named it after the
course.
rover.
That makes so much sense. So do you have a favorite ever horse?
I don't have a favorite.
You love them all.
I love them all.
That's the right answer.
There's no favorite.
That's right.
I love them all.
You love them all, and you have a good relationship with all of them.
Yep. Jake's kind of my Western horse. He's not really scared of anything. I even, in this big arena over there, I had my red, white, and blue dress. I had my red, white, and blue pad. And I went around like I had a bareback pad under it with the saddle pad over it. But I cantered all around the arena with the big flag, giant flag. Tucker, the one that's over there, one of my white ones, he used to be over there in one of those stalls, and when he saw me taking pictures, he's like, oh my, that flag's gonna kill me. It's like, oh no, I better freak out. He was just freaking out.
A flag can be a lot.
Yeah.
First time a horse sees a flag, that can be a lot, right?
Yep.
So is there anything else that you want to tell us about yourself? Obviously, your mom is a huge part of all of this and a big support for you.
She's a dressage queen, and my dressage, I've won various blue ribbons, 3rd place ribbons, 2nd place ribbons, 4th place ribbons, 5th place. But I have a lot of ribbons. You'll see them all over my floor, all over everything. I just can't keep track of them. And my first ribbons are my hobby horse games are near my bed. My trophies out.
I'm so glad that you treasure your hobby horse games, ribbons and trophy. That's really cool. I love that.
Maybe I can show you Shadow.
I would like that. So your mom is the dressage queen.
Yep, dressage queen. I do the jumping. I'm kind of dressage queen with her, but I do jumping too. Alicia, she jumps. Elizabeth jumps too. But Alicia's the jumping queen. She's not really into the dressage. She's like, ooh, it's too hard. I like jumping better.
So you're working on the farm with all the animals, helping your mom, showing and winning, and you have great goals to be in the Olympics.
Yep.
That's amazing, Dana Lynn.
And saving animals. I love saving them.
Saving animals and being a veterinarian.
Yep. I save, I'll have a couple once a month. Like, they'll be everywhere. I'll have to bugs, to animals, everything.
I'm really impressed, and really it's an honor to meet you. Thank you so much. Here with Dana Lynn Sapp at Southern Oaks Farm. I'm impressed. I know you must be too. Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre, Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs. EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen. With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of North Central Florida. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this emotionally delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most.
For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, and I have to take my phone out, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
So this is from Dana Lynn's mom, who you just saw the interview from last year. This is a list. So Dana Lynn had Gigi Vanna in the small horse division, national championship class at training level, under 16. She's 9. I did mention that. Also with Gigi Vanna in small horse division, reserve national champion at intro in under 16. I did mention she's 9, right? With Cobra, who was a collectible Briar, very, very famous horse. She used to play with the Briar when she was a little girl, and she's now riding that horse. She was again in the under 16 division and also in the small horse for National Pony Club Championship. Cobra was 4th in the championship for intro and 7th for the training level. Dana also rode in the pony division for training level on a catch ride, so that's where you exhibit a horse that you don't know and you don't ride at home. She and Sporty Shorty finished up with an impressive 4th overall in the pony championship class with a 68.8% average. Shorty is owned by Laura Wilson. She's actually been on the show with us with her Mustang. Dana was high point winner of the entire under 16 group with a 71% and won the team challenge, a group of 6 riders with 71% average as a group. So she kicked butt. This girl is amazing. You gotta check her out. She's incredible. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, though. Her mother, Marsha Harpatat, is pretty amazing as well. Time to switch gears. We're gonna do Dancing Pete Roder's Horsemanship Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship. Today's Tip of the Week is about going through a gate. So I've talked about don't catch your horse at the gate, catch it away from the gate so that you don't get crowded in. That's a safety issue. And don't let your horse loose at the gate, because then once again he's now in the way of opening, shutting the gate, or other horses could be on there. The other thing that I was talking about recently to some students is as you approach a gate, I like to have my horse behind me waiting for me to unhook it. Then as I swing the gate open, they come in and turn and face the gate, and I shut the gate and wait, making sure other horses are away, and then I walk to where I'm going to let them go. And an interesting story about this is I used to do this a long time ago when I just started, and I had a yearling that I had done this thousands of times through the year that I had been playing with it. And the lady that fed, Miss Judy, she went to throw the hay and he never had left the hay, so she didn't worry about shutting the gate. So she opened it, threw the hay in, she turned around, and he had walked out of the gate, turned around and waited for her to come to him. And she said, "Oh, we're going back in," and shut the gate. If he'd have gone out of that gate and taken a left, he'd have been on a major road. So she called me up and thanked me for teaching him to go in, out of a gate, turn and face, and wait. So that's my tip of the week, is turn, face, wait when you go in and out of gates.
Great tip. Excellent. Good advice. If you have a horse, I know you've got at least one dog or 2 or 3 or maybe 4. Here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch. The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch. One of the most common complaints we get from people is that their dogs are jumping up on them or up on their family members. One trick you can have is play 4 on the floor with your dog. Make sure you have treats handy, and then when your dog is trying to jump on you, tell your dog to sit and give them a treat for reward. Have your friends and family do the same thing. Make sure everybody in the household is doing exactly the same thing so the dog doesn't get confused. Even carry treats when you go to a store or something, and then when your dog is trying to jump up on a stranger, give the stranger the treats and ask the stranger to tell the dog to sit and give them a reward.
You need a horseman's electrician. We all do. The best, the only. Did you see the mat, by the way? Did you like the mat on the other set? I love it. Gorgeous floors made that mat, and I'm going to get one. I love the Pat Myers electric mat. Anyway, at this time of year, where are we after a ride? Or maybe not even if we don't ride, we're in the wash stall trying to cool off the horse, right? So you need to know about how to keep your horse safe in the wash stall. Here's Pat.
At Pat Myers Electric, we're constantly training to be our absolute best. For all your current barn needs. Hello, Pat with Pat Myers Electric. It's time for your horsepower tip of the week, helping keep your barn and horses safe. So today I want to talk about the wash stall. After you've been riding all day and your horse is hot, you want to cool them down in the wash stall and make sure they're nice and comfortable. While you're in that wash stall, be aware of the electrical devices that are around you. Whether it's receptacles or switches, make sure that they have the right cover on them, and if they are receptacles, that they're GFCI protected. Pat with Pat Myers Electric, Ocala's premier equestrian electrician.
Pat, just trying to keep you and your horses safe. He's the best guy for that. We are going to do some event mentions. Before we start on events, thank you, Abby. We talked about this. We got to do a shout out for Clayton Fredericks. He is our resident Ocala Olympian, silver medalist, and in 3-day eventing. And he has been course designing for quite some time, and he's very, very seasoned. And as an eventer himself, I think he has a great eye, and he has actually been awarded the Adelaide course design for the 5-star. So a big step up there for Clayton. Well done. Hats off to him. Mm-hmm. I asked him to be in the studio with us, but he said he's too busy. He's gone until September. But then we will have him in the studio with us, for sure. Another announcement is that Seminole Wellness and Seminole Feed is available now at chewy.com, which means
you can get it anywhere in the U.S.
That's right, you can get it delivered. So that's an exciting
announcement. And now that I'm not traveling, dog nabbit, I had to go and buy another kind of feed every time I was on the road.
I know, nobody wants to do that. We all want our lovely, safe Seminole Feed. So if you are listening on Saturday morning, I am so sorry. On 97.3 The Sky, Reading with Horses will be over for the summer for you guys. But if you're on Facebook Live with us or Equus TV in the next few days, you have got a chance to go to the last Reading with Horses for this summer, July the 9th. That is at 10 a.m. in the morning. It is at Midtown Station. It is encouraging literacy in the summertime and interaction with horses. It's a very educational experience. It's a very fun experience, and it's free for all ages. And this week, I think OPD, Ocala Police Department, is going to be there.
Because magic.
Because magic's going to be there. The only top 10 most heroic living animal in the history of the world, by the way. And she's going to be 20.
And this is free to the public, so
That's
you can bring your kids, your older kids, or adult kids.
Adult kids love it. It's so much fun, and they read the story, encourage interaction and positive feelings towards law enforcement, and then meet the horse, and it's just an incredible experience. So the Wild West Revival is coming up July 24th and 25th. Shows will be at 7 p.m. They're going to have aerialists, dancing, all kinds of amazing Wild West Revival, and it is Banjo the Buffalo's Wild West Revival, so you know I have a feeling he'll be involved, and that's all good fun. So check out that Wild West Revival coming up. July 25th, a Black Horse Ranch. They are having some Western fun, and follow Black Horse Ranch. She was actually going to be in the studio with us this week, but unfortunately she had lost her voice, so I'm hoping that we'll have her with us next week to talk more about that event. Check them out. What else do we have?
October 10th.
Yes, the Black and White Gala for Magic. We were just talking about Magic from Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses. On October the 10th, there will be the Horse Capital Parade in the morning at 9 a.m. You'll have time to go home, get showered and freshened up, and be a part of a very important organization in this area and far beyond. Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses will be celebrating Magic's 20th birthday.
This will be a chance to raise money for a great cause.
Yep, for great folks. We've got to wrap it up. Whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world,
or not,
happy horsing around till the same time next week.
See ya.